welcome to the unboxing, review and demonstration of a Makita EBH252U brush cutter. Now, this Makita brush cutter has got the MM4 4-stroke engine. This is my last foray into petrol engines before the electric revolution. So, this is quite a good strimmer. I've got a leaf blower MM4 engine and it's good. There's no two-stroke oil and smoke associated with that. So straight to the box. The box is quite a big one actually. So there's no kind of, it's not split in half, the strimmer. It comes with basically the cutter, the guard and the handlebars not fixed in place. So there's not much to do on it really. You get a nice harness, which we'll see that in use later on. A nice clip as well, not like the cheap two-stroke strimmers you get on eBay and Amazon. You've got horrible clips that just break after time. This has got a nice sturdy clip. I think they're 4-point harnesses, aren't they? So you get a Makita bag, all nicely presented, and in the bag you get a range of items. Let's have a look. An instruction book, a book of words. We don't need to read that. The strimmer head. I bought this for brush cutting, so I'm not putting the strimmer head on yet. The oil, 80 ml of Makita's finest, because the strimmer doesn't come with oil in it. A couple of covers for the brush cutting blade, nice touch, but after a while they become fairly blunt, unless you sharpen them every time. And a couple of Allen keys and a bolt or nut spanner. And also the brush cutting blade, which actually is quite small. Double-sided edged cutting blade. You can put it on whatever way you want, but I always put things on with the manufacturer's facing upwards. The handlebars there are fairly easy to do. I made it look harder than normal. So there we've got the guard. If you're using the strimmer head, you need to add the additional plastic piece in my left hand, that bit. If you're not, you can just use the main big guard for brush cutting, and the extra bit of plastic there's obviously got the blade in to cut the strimmer line. So we've got warning stickers on strimmer, warning you only to use petrol and that the engine has no oil in it whatsoever. I bet there's a few people that have run it without oil, but there you go. So, handlebar construction, speed it up slightly, otherwise people will probably start falling asleep. I will probably, got to think about how I store this, because I hung it facing down, cutter blade facing down, and I think some of the engine oil got into probably the air filter maybe. So I think the idea is you loosen up the handlebars and then rotate them round so you can sort of store it upright, horizontal on the wall. There's a controller there, on and off, and throttle and dead man's switch. So we need to get the blade on. That's fairly simple. Just go and put one Allen key in the locking hole, and then we just undo the mechanism and the bolt to get the blade on. Yeah, tiny blade. So just going through some details of this. Let's have a look. We've got, obviously the oil comes with it. It's a 4-stroke engine. The actual size of it is 24.5 cc. And I think this is quite big enough. It says it delivers up to 1 horsepower. Now I've been brush cutting kind of tough grass on a verge, weeds, and that's fine. But big, thick, heavy bramble, not sure how it would cope on that really. Maybe go for the bigger engine. The other thing I would say is that the fuel tank The fuel lasts for about half an hour, 20 to 30 minutes, which isn't too bad, but it could have done with having a slightly bigger tank. I think I was thinking that I was getting the same size engine as my leaf blower, which seems to have a larger tank than this strimmer. But let's get this blade on. So we've got the Allen key in there, locking it in place. We're just putting the bits on to grab it, and that nut there goes on. It's anti-clockwise to do it up. So it's lefty tighty, righty loosey. There we go. Nip it up, as they say. I don't know what the torque is. It's supposed to apply to that. So yeah, that all spins around quite nicely. You obviously got to fit the guard. That goes on fairly simply because it's just simple stuff, Makita. So the idea of choosing this was that the batteries, because I haven't got any Makita batteries or other equipment, it was going to be quite expensive to get the 36-volt strimmer or brush cutter. So I sort of stepped in with one of these. These retail for £285 in the UK. I got mine from FR Jones. They seem to be the cheapest. Unleaded, warning sign, and no oil in the brush cutter warning. I think you can run these on Aspen. I think I saw another review on YouTube and the guy was running his on Aspen. This is just running on, well, E10 now in the UK fuel, so 10% ethanol. So I probably will empty this, run it empty and leave it empty over winter until it's ready in the spring, summer, autumn next year, because yeah, I think the 10% ethanol over here is going to start crucifying garden equipment. So we're popping the oil in. The container's handy, 80ml. It's basically all you need to fill it up to the level. It is high on the level, but when you've used it a few times, obviously it's not as bad. The thing doesn't consume that much oil. My leaf blower, I rarely top it up. I check it and it just doesn't need topping up, so it's quite good. It can be left to its own devices. That bottle is quite handy to keep. When you do drain the oil, to keep that, you can then just put exactly the correct amount of oil, slightly probably less than 80 because it'll have a little bit of oil residue already in the engine components. So, and here comes the fueling up. As you can see, the tank is quite small. I haven't got the details of the tank, what the size is, but yeah, I wouldn't like to guess actually. So fuel's in, doing up the cap, put the choke on, prime a bulb a few times. And starting it. It's so easy to start. You don't have to pull it for England or the US or Japan. You just pull it gently and it starts, and pretty much take it off choke fairly quick and let the thing warm up before you strim, brush cut in anger. But yeah, it does go really well. We're coming up to the test in a minute on fairly short grass and then thicker weeds. I don't think in videos that they particularly pick up the kind of cutting ability of these things. Most videos I've seen, it doesn't really give you a good indication as to how well they cut. I don't know what it is. Maybe you need the cameras down really low, but you just wish you can from the camera. So it's bouncing around a bit there. I think the idle's okay. You know, I'm not going to fiddle around with it. So yeah, it's obviously we've got all the protective plastic everywhere. It does feel well built, and it kind of does feel a lot more sturdier than the stuff that you can get for 89 quid and a free bottle of 2-stroke oil. So here we go. Slightly longer grass. We kind of switch it on, stick some choke on, bit of priming bulb, and then a couple of tugs then you're away. Just let it warm up for a little bit. We don't cut all of this. So, the method that I employ with strimming is the advanced pole dark method. So, it's a low sweeping strim, almost a 180 cut back and forth with the appropriate revs. You don't really want to just be going full throttle with these things. You don't really need to. That's the beauty of the brush cutting blade. It's got momentum and it keeps that momentum a lot better than a strimmer wire. So there we go. So this handles this fine. Like I say, I've cut verge grass before with it, and this video is actually 2 weeks in from when I first did the unboxing. So I've had a bit of use on it. I haven't just gone out and used it straight after unboxing it and videoed this. So it's a couple of weeks of strimming use. So yeah, it's vibrations are quite important as well. They're quite low. Not as low as the more professional level Makita or the battery, lithium-ion battery version, but they're still low obviously because it's not a two-stroke for a start. So it's quite happy kind of cutting that grass, going along. And there's no two-stroke smell, no stinking clouds of two-stroke smoke. No mixing, petrol straight in and you're off. So that was one of the demonstrations. The next one is slightly bigger weeds, and they get bigger as the video goes on. In fact, this is the tall grass. So really this strimmer is used for the perimeter of a 3.5 acre paddock and other areas where I do have a Bosch and a Black & Decker 36-volt strimmer, and they are perfect for garden, all around the garden and that. Brilliant things. But for out of the garden area, in the paddock area, pretty much want this, or to use something like this, where I can take fuel on the back of a ride-on and put it in a trailer with the strimmer, brush cutter, and just refuel when I need to refuel it, rather than loads of batteries, and or worse, we're waiting to charge. So yeah, some of it works for the battery lithium argument, but some of it doesn't. So going back to this, here we go, it's strimming away, a bit of a ditch there, and it's yeah, it does really well. Obviously wearing all my safety equipment there, welly boots, gloves, safety reading glasses. And that's it. That is the review. So thanks for watching this. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, ask me any questions, and I'll catch you on another video.